stopping your learning. Even though you are earning now money, it will never stop. Okay? What else? For example, you're working in safety and but then in the company later, not here. For example, you work in New Zealand like that, and they try to ask help for this, and nobody can help. And you are a chemical engineer, you can help the formulation, like that. So in terms of emergency, you can help also to the QA department because you are a chemical engineer. Things like that. You get the point. Okay, that's, it doesn't mean that more gina siya hangtod forever, hangtod ka mamatay. You get the point? Di ba? Okay, life is so boring kung gano'n na lang ang atong mindset. Get the point? We need to explore the beauty of the world. Ganon! That's why I shifted to safety because I need to explore the outside world. Okay, to communicate the nature, the sun, the soil. Because for me, it's really boring in all four corners in the office. Sorry. Okay? I'm not hambugiroon, but I don't like that. It's so boring for me. If I cannot walk, if I cannot, observe things like that. Sometimes I talk to the grasshopper, things like that, to the butterfly, things like that. Not necessarily talking, sometimes I need to care for them, just like that, the attitude of having like that. So in my younger age, I already have a science feeling, things like that when I was a very small kid. Okay? That's why it could not be denied, until now, I love science. That's really what you see in me. I love vlogging science. It doesn't mean also that I'm a chemical engineer, that's why I'm vlogging these things. I really right? You get the point. Okay, and most of my grades in science are a little bit higher also. You get the point compared to math, the same with English. Huwag siya ako get English and science. Okay? You get the point, mga palaga akong hitad. Okay. Shout out pala sa ako mga classmates sa Naga National High School. Okay, you get the point mga palaga. Okay, so ano lang, kasi na mo ko ano lang, bugiroon kayo. You get the point. Okay. I graduated as a journalist of the year in our, I have to tell that wala na problema kasi tiguang na bata ta. Alam kong itago na ako na itong achievement. Ako rin siya gisulti because vlog maguli siya, guys, because if this is not a vlog, then I will never say, right? Okay. This is only to inspire students. If you love English, then go. Join declamation contest or rhetorical contest, easy writing contest, things like that, so that it can hone your ability and your love in English. So you can also join extemporaneous speaking, spelling contest, like that, about English. Right? Okay, so, okay, just like that. Okay? Muna, I love broadcast journalism talaga siya. Okay? So my award is really Journalist of the Year when I was in high school. It's not coming in my mind to become an engineer. Really. I love mass comm major in broadcast journalism. But it was changed due to my scholarship. Okay? You get the point? Government scholarship sponsored by Fidel V. Ramos. Ako yung i-announce, guys. Uy, sorry kay ha. Tutang tigwa, may bitaw ko. Alam naman din ako siya, mamatay na lang ko at makabaw mo nga mo na siya akong achievement, right? Okay, because I'm a scholar of GASTPE. Okay, government, assistance, like that, and tertiary education. Government assistance and support for tertiary education, okay, like that for President Fidel V. Ramos. Ganon. So, presidential siya. Governance presidential scholar. Not the academic presidential, but government. Tuloy niya tayo kasi makapag-eskwela. Okay, because our parents are poor, so they cannot educate me. Okay? Maligan agad kong kahoy. Kahoy, mamughamin ka, wala akong idiin dito sa kuan. Ibaligya ka lang siya makapiti. O diba, nakatando ka. Namaligya pa siya kong tamarindo. Pag elementary. O diba, saya-saya. So, diba mato sa bukid, pamayabas, ganon. Mga ka ng sambag. Ako na ibaligya. Ang tamarindo akong mama. And then ako na ibaligya sa school. Puno-puno. Wow, ganon siya. O diba? Special. Look kayo mga kaagay sa mga bata. 90s guys, very good memory. 90s, 90s, students. Okay, compared to the 2000, too much gadgets, too much technology. For me, not challenging their lives. Too much dependent in internet. Okay, the more you are dependent on internet, the more you are not smart naturally. Okay? You are not smart and intelligent naturally. Because you are dependent of resources around you, which is computer. So, mailan mo ang tinuod na bright kung walay mga resources. Okay, around you. And this is the time for the 90s in which the computers are not really spreading. Okay? Puros compute, okay, like that, reasoning, like that, essay, like that, and then wala yung mga module-module through computers, then mo lang siya i-Google search, and then wala kami panahon na dagan kayo mga kublaude, napo kabuok, walo kabuok, because there's a lot of sources, cell phones, gadgets, they will just research kalas. But before in the 90s, students are, oh my gosh, so brilliant. 80s, including 70s, 80s, 90s, but 2000, oh no. Okay? Without computers, they will die. These computers, they are enjoying studying. Really. Okay? Ganon. So, the best way to measure and to calibrate your intelligence first is not to depend on resources. Later, if di na mo kaya, then go. Muna siya saktong bright. You get the point? Para makita ang katang. Ganon! Grabe kasi siya, pero ganon talaga siya, guys. Okay? So, para makita ang katang, isang ka mo. Then, wala gamit tayo cellphone. Okay? Wala gamit tayo computer. Utok per utok radyod. Tanaw na ito kasi makadaog. Ganon! Because the students of today are loving computers. Without computers, maluya mo sila. Okay, without cell phones. So, ang mga bata sa oras, sa mga time no, may nakanya ng mga build the density of water, mga ganon-ganon, without Google search. Like that. Okay, then mga conversion factors, mga ganon. 1 feet is equals to 5,200, 1 mile is equals to 5,280 feet, mga ganon-ganon. O, diba? Diba? 1 yard is equals to 3 feet. Mga ganon, mga conversion factors na nasa sa notebook. So, nga na ganyan notebook, ako dyan sa puhon dahil sa liyo. Kanang notebook na din spring bitaw, naman yung mga multiplication table, conversion factors. Anak ko mo focus ko rin eh. Hindi ko mo focus sa katong artista sa tumbangan. Yung mga artista mo na gusto. Elementary pa ta ba? O gusto ko magsaba. Kaya mao, kaya ta. O diba, ako nagkikimkim. Pero ang tanong muna ang mga multiplication, division, mga katuluyo ba sa notebook. At ito ko ma-enjoy, di ko ma-enjoy sa katong mga beauty sa first, sa tubangan. Di ba, kung bata tamo ba na, ang mga kasagara ka na, tanaw ka ng mga artista, mga beauty sa notebook. Me, I'll never concentrate for that. I'll go to the conversion factors. Okay? Sa mga multiplication table, mga ganon. Okay. I bring that when I grow up in the educational system. It kept me interest like that always. When my mother, let's say, they buy kuan, mga usa na pagkaon, tanaw na ko yung ingredients. You know, I've been practicing that for so long. I need to check what is the composition, like that. Mupalit ko ganit, kuan chikinini, tanaw na ko sa ingredients ng chikinini. Uy, ganon! Okay, natin na siya mga kuan-kuan. Pero dito kayo kumayo ito mga ko, hindi pa ako chemical engineer ako, high school pa ba ako. Pero ako siya kung pasahon. You get the point? Ganon. Yan, subog patis, magyaw-yaw na yung kasada. Di yun, magyaw ka na, magmura kang magkuhan sa imong mind, magtuon lang yapon ka ba while walking. Diba, subuon ka mo, suka, bitchin sa imong mama. So me, I'm still also studying while walking, going to the store with so many information on my mind. Things like that, guys. Okay? And sometimes also in the kitchen, really, na mahugas ko. Walang gihapon na yun sa akong mga brain cells, mga leksyon, mga anak. Muna, mudaghan siya, guys. Hindi ka kayo, mama na akong naon, kung sinapa ko sa balay, Musuy-suy ko, nalang gyapon siya ba ato sa school, morong sa gyapon. Sobrang budaghan siya, mo na di ko magtuon. Aw di man sa di ko magtuon, di ko magtuon ba? You got the point? Di ko magtuon, di ko siya ma-honor ko. Nakaigit pa magaling ko pag grade 1. Oh, di ko maawawa na agad. Kaya kayo gusto na nakakaloka. Oh, nakaigit ko guys, hindi mahawag itong tayo. Diba? Ay, magwawa sa makaagi ito. Makaagi mo na siya guys. Okay? Hindi yung itago okay. One man. Charot! Okay, you know ka nang magpuyo mo sa squatter area. Okay, you know, you need to be independent and then you need to study a lot kasi umakit na sa mga kilid-kilid. Charot. Pati ang mga mosquito. Nakakaloka. Pobre ba yan yung lugar? Ganon! So, mapubos ng study. Mas kan sila, yun ang muli dito. Alam siyempre, science Japan. Diba? So, ato na, ano ba siya nyo sa biology? Diba? Ano akong style? Okay, muna akong style sa elementary to high school. Magdadua ako, pero na-adjust siya ba na? Nakakaloka. Diba? Ganon siya mga palangka. So, pati ang bitchin, nakibaw na ako ang nadaan yung elementary, na mulusod yung glutamate gaya na. Okay? LSG. Ako maliliw ng kuwan sa bitchin. Yung kuwan, dito pa ako chemical engineer, guys. Okay, you got the point? Basahon na ako yung ingredients. Okay? Anak ba? Tuloy ng mga batang anak, guys, para mag-bright siya pag-ayong. Kuwan siya ba, wide reader, observant, like that. If you notice your children, guys, that always ask questions that would assign that they are good. They will always ask questions to you. So entertain them because their mind really is full of ideas. Do not be irritated if your children will keep asking on something. Sometimes weird questions, you have to answer because that's a sign that they have a good academic potential. Okay? Your son and daughter to be like that. Because if the children will not keep on talking, so it looks like very weak, right? In their mental ability. But if the children at a very young age will always ask you something, then answer. Because that's already a sign that they have a good ideas when they grow up. Ganon! They have a very good potential. Academic potential, something like that. Okay, mga diskarte sa kuhan kinabuhi. Ganon! So, pati kinabuhi, okay. Di kita makakuha na. Okay? Di kita mo excel sa pag-work ka. Okay, that's the point. Ganon. We have to voice out voluntarily. Ganon. Okay. Magsugod na sa itong topic, guys. Okay. Uy, DHD kay ko ay. No? Hyperactive. So, Sotero, meron ganon? Yes, meron. Really? Di ba ako lang naman dito sa buong mundo? Chemicals for Life, the title. I think me, right? Because I want to be unique. I want to be not the same with others. I need to establish my own, creativity in terms of academic information. Not in terms of computer or any other beautification or praising moments. So people that try to have creativity in order other people to praise them. Like that. What they see is what they get. Okay. Ana ra, simple. Okay? So that's the wrong thing. That you try to do such things so that people will say you are intelligent, that you are good, and you do things in order other people to appreciate you. No, it's not. Okay? It's not like that. You should be natural. And by then, they can assess the natural intelligence. Okay? Not on doing such things so that you will be praised, you will be rewarded. No, it's not good. For me, it's a big minus. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, me natural. Okay, so that's why as much as possible, my vlog is not scripted. Okay, as you can see, the mode. Okay, it's not really pattern, it's not systematized because there's no perfection. Because this is natural. Okay, meaning what comes in my mouth is not really prepared. Okay, on the spot, it will go up in my mouth. Okay, chemicals for life. Meaning I'm not preparing. Okay? I'm not memorizing things with a vlog. Okay? You because because my, oh, shout out ha. It's good also to prepare because so that para magud na ko guys, murag mo siya ka ng fake. Murag ka nang napakaruling ka ba? You are not good, right? Then you will prepare so that you will become good to others. Mura mo siya, hindi siya natural, diba? Parang for me, minus siya. You should be natural, okay? Parang ganon. You get the point of chemicals for life. So what are those chemicals? Okay, just like this, my title is just coming only for a matter of seconds. I don't prepare this a while ago, after I sleep, and just do the beat it a while ago, then I go to the shower, and then I vlog immediately without any preparation. Okay, what comes out really comes from my stock knowledge, acquired knowledge, and plus my research in the in the computers. Of course, we have to research to confirmation, to have additional knowledge, things like that. Okay, you get the point. So chemicals for like, kung sabi sila guys, uy, pero man daghan na trillions and trillions of chemicals around us, and we cannot live without them. Because the world of present society and community in the world of computer, or in the computer age today, things like that, we are dependent of processed foods around us, then sometimes it leads us to, endanger our health, things like that. And we are too much dependent of, technology, that sometimes we use the technology for bad purpose. Things like that. And sometimes we use also the technology just to say that we are the most powerful country all over the world. And we manipulate things that we are really the most superior country. No, it's not like that. Okay? We should motivate our young children to use computer in a nice way. Okay? To promote its substance, to use that to improve the economy, state to state, something like that. Because they are our own future. When we will die, they will act as our replacement. Then, if we have brilliant old people and professionals, then I advise you to share information and knowledge to anybody else. At least it will not be stagnant to yourself. Because we will be dying, at least we will share our academic information to our younger generations so that they can also share that next generation, and we will use that for a better world. Things like that. Because children is our future. Things like that. It doesn't need to be paid. Freely share your academic information to every one of us or to other people, things like that. Okay, it would be fulfillment, right? For me, it's a fulfillment even though regardless of money, regardless of reputation, okay, regardless of integrity or whatever. So as long as I can share academic information, I will be very, very happy. And contented and fulfilled, just like this. Okay, so what are those chemicals around us? So we cannot enumerate because there's a lot, but we go to the most basic chemicals around us. Okay, so what are these? So we will go to the general, and then after that we will go to the formulas, chemical formulas, so that we can understand really. For example, what is the formula of banana? Formula, yes, of course. Okay? It's a fruit, but that fruit is made of chemicals. That's why it became a fruit. Anything is made of chemicals to become a material. Okay? Because these are substances, these are matter. Life on earth are composed of matter. Anything that occupies space and has mass is what we call matter. That's why we have the law of conservation of matter, according to the father of modern chemistry, Mr. Antoine Lavoisier. And this is the basis of all chemistry studies all over the world. You get the point, especially in chemistry. And so we need to understand the periodic table also, because it's in there. All materials around us are made of elements. The 188 or 189 elements in the periodic table. Okay? Discovered by Dmitry Mendeleev. Mr. Dmitry Mendeleev arranged the physical and chemical properties of these elements according to increasing atomic number. Things like that. Okay, and other also properties like electronegativity, okay, electron affinity, electron ionization energy, things like that, the crystal lattice, like that, okay, name it, the atomic radii, the electronic configuration, things like that and everything, okay? You get the point. So chemicals are related to elements, of course. Okay? You get the point. Before, guys, in the study of chemistry, as based on my what I read in my high school day, so it started about all alchemy. It's the study of alchemy. The focus only for fire, water, and air, things like that. And then the scientists before are called alchemists. And then the time is changing through continuous time evolution, and then later on it was increased according to the research like that, blah blah blah, so on, so and then later it will become a lot of chemicals na talaga siya. Okay, and then that is already called chemistry. And now let's recap that we have chemists, physicists, and whatever. Not the alchemist is no longer existent. They changed that to chemists, physicists, biologists, like that, scientists, like that. Okay, you get the point. Ganon. So most of the chemists are, French, German, and American. Okay, so these are the popular scientists. So we don't have actually Asian scientists at the time of Isaac Newton, like that. In their times, there's no Asian scientists. It was just only in 90s or 2000 that Asian scientists came. But during 17th century, 18th century, during Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, things like this, okay, Mr. Heisenberg, okay, things like this, 70s, 16th, 17th, 18th century, so wala pa siya mga kuan guys, okay, mga Asia nga science. Siguro pero not, also have, but not popular, I think so. Because they will just become popular through their scientific contribution, okay? And usually they will receive a Nobel Prize for their study or their research. That's why they are popular, things like that. Okay, they will be recognized through their, contribution of the scientific theory, and they will be popular. They will be reflected in the textbooks, things like that. Since at that time there's no Asia, maybe they are like, famous. We can have also, we don't know, but this is far only as what I really read. Okay, and what I studied. You got the point, mga palanga kumitan. Ganon. So we have the five basic elements. We have the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, okay, nitrogen, phosphorus, and it's include also sulfur. Okay, sometimes. Okay, sometimes also have sulfur, but not all the time, guys, ha? But CHNOP lang talaga. But sometimes naman with sulfur, guys, sa mga protein. You get the point? So, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sometimes sulfur. Okay? You can eliminate sulfur, but I just added a little bit of the doubt because a lot of protein also have sulfur. And protein is the building block of life. Meaning, it is a foundation. You can never stand without protein. You can never walk without protein. So this is our main source of energy. Okay? Things like that. You got the point? So that's why I add lang sulfur in the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Carbon atom is we are loaded of carbon atom in the planet Earth. Around us, everything, the clothes, the refrigerator, all composed of carbon atoms. That's why when there is a fire, there will be an ashes black color or black residues, solid particles. That means carbon atoms. Okay. Then hydrogen. We are loaded too much of hydrogen because it is in the water. We drink 2 moles of hydrogen every day. Okay? We drink 2 moles of hydrogen every day in the compound water, H2O. Okay, oxygen also. We breathe oxygen, dili-dili alatol every second, every minute. Without oxygen, we will die. Okay, nitrogen also. Without nitrogen also, we will also die because nitrogen is the protein. Okay? From meat, from the food we eat, and our DNA. DNA and genes. Okay, so phosphorus again. We cannot stand also without phosphorus. Because phosphorus, it has to do something with our bone health, and also in the DNA, and also in the energy. Okay, in the adenosine triphosphate. Okay, sulfur also in the protein, things like that. Okay, but not so many, but at least half. Okay, so it takes only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements for us to live. Okay, HO, pretty obvious that is for water. Water is life. Right? Then CHON is for the plants. And animals also, because animals have amino group in H2, blah, 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 so on, protein, when we eat them. Okay? So, more gina siya na mabuhi na ta. And all medicines also composed of this carbon, hydrogen, ascorbic acid also have carbon atoms, oxygen atoms, vitamin C. Okay? So, all. Okay? Antibodies also for antimicrobial diseases, viruses and everything. So protein also have phosphorus, nitrogen, what hapon? So we have five elements talaga. Mabuhi na tayo CHO and NOP. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Okay? So if somebody will ask you, so what made us alive? Your answer will be carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. As simple as that. Okay. Copy? Yes. Okay. You get the point. And if you say, no, Sir Sotero, what makes us alive is the money. Money. Okay? What makes money? It's composed also of carbon atoms, the paper, the coin. Okay, and if you will say, sir, online, and online also, online, the computer also is made of elements, carbon, let's say metal. The cell phone is made up also of elements, the metal. That's why it become a cell phone. All materials on earth are made of elements also, CH and OP. So you cannot say that why you're alive, you're alive because of money. You'll never say that, because money also is made of CH and OP also. Okay, elements. Okay, the coin, I think copper, bronze, like this. Okay, then the coin, paper. Paper is composed of carbon atoms also. When you burn the bill, it will also black residue. Burn the $1,000, it also black residue that is made of carbon atom. So that's why I told you, why we are alive? Because of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus. Okay. Online, of course, you can never have an online without computer, and computer also are made up of elements. Cell phone made up of elements. There's no escape. All of us are made of chemicals. What we are is chemicals. The person itself is already a chemicals. Okay? You get the point? We have urine. Urine is already chemicals. If you cannot urine, you will die also. And urine is made up of chemicals. Okay, you can never do the otot, and otot also is chemical, carbon dioxide. Okay, you will never also grow, if you will not inhale oxygen. Oxygen is a chemical, but in a good way. Because chemicals are not only meaning bad, toxic, it's also good. Chemicals are good and bad. We live by chemicals, we also die by chemicals. Okay, that's very clear because the chemicals will become a carcinogenic substance. Pathogen, cancer-causing substances, pathogens, right? Mutagens, okay? Substances that can cause damaging of your DNA, the mismatch of the different components of your DNA, that is mutagenic substance, okay? Carcinogenic substance, pathogens, ganon, a lot, antigens, bacteria, ganon, nakakaloka. Antigens also will not survive also without chemicals for their growth. Tanan jud guys, chemicals. Okay? That's why I love to become a chemical engineer. That's right. Okay, you get the point. So things like that. So what is that as a chon? CHON. P. Okay, ganan. These are the chemicals. And now we go further. So the basic pack, aside from that. This is the most basic chuba chuchu, and there's also the basic. Okay, this is the backbone. So we have still also the basic. We have the carbohydrates. Okay. I don't have to explain this one by one because I already discussed this so many months passed by. Okay, carbohydrates, lipid. Okay, lipid is basically the fats family. I don't have to mention. Okay, like that we have the nucleic acid. Nucleic acid is our DNA and our RNA. Okay, so we cannot produce baby after sex if we don't have nucleic acid in our sperm cell. You get the point? Or in our egg cell of the women. So at least the hormone needed to produce a baby is the estrogen and the testosterone. When the testosterone combine or estrogen combine in the ovary, in the uterus, it will produce a fertilized egg known as an ovule. After satisfying the 23 chromosomes and the 23 chromosomes, it will become 46 chromosomes, and by then it will have the reproduction there, and the infant will start growing in the uterus, in the ovary of the woman after sex. So testosterone plus estrogen. Testosterone is the male sex hormone. Estrogen is the female sex hormone. It will combine with each other, and both have nucleic acid. That's why I said chemicals for life. Okay, and life is a baby or an infant before growing old. That is a starting point. Okay, nobody is born adult first, and it will become a baby later on. Okay, start with infant, right? Infancy. Ganon. And then also during pregnancy of the women, the infant inside the uterus will not grow if there's no oxytocin chemicals. Oxytocin chemicals is responsible in growing the infant inside the ovary uterus of the woman. So if you have less oxytocin, then your baby will be abnormal. Okay? Abnormal, or let's say like a special kid. Okay? Special child. So most of the special child are due to lack of protein. Okay? Hormonal. That's hormonal. Basically, the target is the central nervous system. Okay? It has to do something with the neurons. Okay? Like that. Okay? And the hormones in the neurons, there's a lot. I cannot mention everything. Okay, you get the point. So we have carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acid, and what is the other one? We have the protein. Like this. And we have also the vitamins, and we have also the minerals. Okay, you got the point. Minerals. Okay, so ito pa na siyang i-yag-yag. Wait. After that, kung papasok sa chemicals for life, ha, mag-exam na taon niya, enumeration. Okay? Enumerate the different chemicals for life generally. Generally, I'm saying specifically because there are 3 millions of chemicals in our life. Okay, so we have also here vitamins. Okay, we have, okay, minerals. Then we have also these are all the nutrients, ha? Ato lang na siyang i-classify generally as nutrients. Okay, you got the point. Ganon. So, asa mo naman bilong mga acids, mga bases. Okay, asa naman siya? Kasi yun na siya sa nutrients, saka ng mga acids. Okay, base. Okay, and mga fluids, mga ganon. Okay, whiskey in the beer, like that. So, because our body needs alcohol, and this alcohol is enough, the natural alcohol, which is the sugar alcohol, glycerol. Okay? Because ethyl alcohol, when you drink that into your system, by whiskey, wine, like this, it will be converted also later into glycerol. Okay? It will be reduced after that. It's just the same story. Right? So the more you add alcohol, problem also. Okay? So siya acids, bases, alcohols, and then minerals, vitamins, nucleic acid, lipid, carbohydrates, and amino acids. Okay? So muna siya ang chemicals for life, and these are all nutrients. Sir, ang water wala. Ang water naman sa CHNOP. So, para wala nakansi, butang ko diri ang water. Okay? At nagusod na mula ka naman CHNOP. CHONOP. Okay? You get the point. Ganon. So, ang minerals. So, guys, I discussed all the carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acid, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. I did not discuss more, right? Let's go for minerals next month, right? For our lab. Minerals. Okay? Because too much of the macromolecules or biomolecules, biochemicals, this one. Let's discuss minerals. But minerals, guys, are very, very important, guys, no? Because of our neurons and our brain cells. I need to discuss a little bit. Okay? So, minerals is very special. Okay? Because this contributes to our electrical signal. Okay? In our central and peripheral nervous system. Okay? So, unsa man na siya sa Sotero? Mo-create na siya of electrical impulses. Okay, kaya ang kani siyang mga chlorides, okay, potassium, sodium, magnesium, like that. Okay? So, ang musulod bugawas, ipamp siya ang kaning sodium, potassium. Okay? Then, i-pump out, pump in, and then it will produce electrical signal like that, blah, 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 so and so. You get the point? Sa atong mga neurons. Okay? I already discussed also the nervous system. I don't have to go back again. So, these are the functions for the minerals. Okay, pretty obvious, that's why just chlorides also. Pretty obvious, that's why we need to put salt in our food. The chlorides will be going to your nervous system. And the sodium. Okay? The sodium positive will go to your brain cells. And it will produce electrical signal to activate the hormones. The chemical messenger hormones in order for us to walk, to eat, to dance, to work. Okay? So we need to say, chemical messenger hormones or hormones are the output stage. If you try to put this in a process, physical process, that is a, industry, things like that. For example, to produce, different chemicals. Example, petrochemicals, because I work also in, Saudi Kaya and Saudi affiliates. So petrochemicals, for example. Okay, so what do we mean by petrochemicals? These are chemicals produced through petroleum. Okay, you don't have to worry when you do the definition, just look at the terminology and adjust how it is being phrased in a sentence. This is how English works. Sometimes you don't need to see in the book, to see in the Google search, just to make your own definition. Look at the terminology and phrase it in a sentence, put subject, put predicate, attach conjunction, attach preposition, and it will become a sentence. You get the point? So not all the time you always refer to the cell phone and the laptop. If you are dependent to that, then you are not smart. You are not intelligent. You get the point? Of course, it makes us intelligent and smart, but it's totally different by natural. Okay. Mura mo siya ka ng pinubos na pagka-bright, na tulad sa imong gidagdag na mga na-bright ka, dahil mo itong ba, inborn or instinct na pagka-bright, nakita din mo ang katag. You get the point? So yung anak siya, we can learn some of the definition by looking alone by its terminology. So, petrochemicals, chemicals derived from petroleum. Right? Yan, nag-memorize pa ko, nag-study pa ko na wala, kikita ko naman ako terminology on the spot. So this is the way how to, to learn and study, ha? Not all the time dependent on memorization, like this, books, you are so bookish, things like that. Okay, you get the point. So, ganon. So, muna siya buta ko sa this. So, atong ikuha siya, let's treat this as an overall material balance, or OMB. Okay, things like that. So we are fan of that in chemical engineering, or any engineering course is fan of material balances, right? So we have component balances through concentration, so we have also the energy balances. And then the mass balances will be purely talking on the amounts. So that's what it means, but it's not literal. When we say mass balances, focus on the units, let's say moles, atoms, grams, liters, so it is not literal in understanding, ha? That's mass balances. Okay? You get it? Or material balances. You get the point? And then also component balances through concentration. Could it be mole percent? Percentage by mole or mole percent? Percentage by volume or volume percent? Or mass percent, mass percentage. Like that. So that is expressing concentrations in chemistry. You have to understand that solidly. Okay, if you try to take up BS Chemistry and BS Chemical Engineering, ha? Okay, i-master given niyo ang mga different ways of concentration and expressions. Things like that. You get the point? Ganon. So if we have here the overall material balance, let's say the input and the output, and output. This assumes that this is 100% steady state without losses. Meaning to say, without leakages, without recovery. So if we have this thing, our overall material balance will change. So if you say input is equals to output, understood there will be no leakages into the atmosphere. There's no gas leakage, there's no water leakage, so you don't have to recover anything else. That's why we don't have recovery. But if we have this, our equation will change. You get the point? So that's why we treat this as steady state flow. Okay, it's an equilibrium, in a state of dynamic equilibrium, meaning input is equals to output only. Okay? Dito lang. Okay? But there are problem solving also that involve recovery, loads we need to compute that somewhere along the way, but this is not a complex problem solving. Right? This is only vlogging, right? We need to go to the direct and basic concept lang dito focus, ha? Okay, ano naman itong mga intermediate losses, what to compute, the energy losses, ganon. Magkano talaga mga 4 years low, okay, ay naku, nakakaloka mga Archimedes principle, nakakaloka ang Bernoulli theory, nakakaloka mga energy equations, alam to guys, okay, ang input na ito ninigay yun na mo to see, okay, carbohydrates, hindi kaon tagka-bush, diba? Hindi kaon tag-rice, dito kayo ninyo, di ko mo escape sa rice, tulog yung kaso sa kadlaw, so carbohydrates, kansi kayo si bugas, si bugas permi. Okay. So sa kung lang po yung bugas ng kalibutan, mamatay ka ng Pilipino. Okay, we have carbohydrates. Okay, we have lipids. We have nucleic acid. Okay, we have amino acid. We have protein. Okay, we have vitamins. We have minerals. We have acids. We have bases. We have alcohols. Like that. So this is our own input. Okay? So it will go to your mouth. Labuka. So, going to the esophagus, then going to our intestines. Like the digestion takes place there. Okay. So inside our system, nauna na siya mga intermediate reaction here. Intermediate chemical reaction is happening there. We're in a lot of, for example, decomposition reaction, synthesis reaction, metabolism, hydration, name it. So many chemical reactions there. Either it could produce, it could decompose, produce, decompose, produce, decompose. Ganon. Muna siya mga ano. And then, somewhere along the way, nasa mga enzymes nila-ara. Okay. Ang enzymes, guys, that is not an input. The enzyme is already in the intermediate reaction. Okay? Unlike in the physical process, for example, you are working in a plastic industry, they cannot produce without a catalyst. They cannot speed up the rate of the chemical reaction without adding a catalyst. For example, in the production of fertilizer, they have to add oxide enzyme for that. Okay, let's say. Okay, things like that. But it's outside, right? But here, your enzyme is not in the mouth. Not in the outside. Your enzyme to catalyze the reaction or to metabolize the reaction is inside our body already. Either anabolism or catabolism, name it, everything there. And the output here, the output is only two, chemical and electrical process. Muna siya sa biochemistry sa itong body. Ano lang mo pag-expect yung mechanical energy, but there's electrical energy. Si electrical, logic, si chemical ang present. Wala yung mechanical energy, ha? Because we are not machine. Okay. Ang tao, dili machine. We are not machine. We are not work equipment. That's why we don't produce mechanical energy from substances. But of course, after gaining the chemical and electrical, it helps us to move. That's why it's mechanical already. Okay, that's the point, or dynamic movement. Okay, guys, the mechanical means it's not really the unit. The mechanical is the action driven by the machine. That's why it is mechanical in English. Okay, you got the point. Mechanical energy is not really the machine itself. It is the result by the action of the machine. That way we can produce the mechanical energy. Now in here, our body will produce at the output the electrical process and the chemical process, then the electrical energy and the chemical energy. Then later, it will be converted to our actions. It will become also mechanical. It needs to walk, to dance, to sing, to write, to encode letters, and everything we do in the planet Earth. Things like that. We do cycling, we do go shopping. So without this, without the hormones and the electrical signal, how can we walk? You get the point? If we don't, that's why if we don't eat, we are sick. You get the point? We cannot stand. Okay, so this is gonna be like, so our output, guys, is only chemical messengers, hormone. Okay, hormone only. Okay. The hormone is really represents all the substances you will take in your body as an output. Okay, this chemical messenger hormones is our chemical process, and then our electrical signal are those I mentioned a while ago, chlorides, potassium, sodium, that could really produce electrical signals in our nervous system. And then this chemical messenger hormones will interact with this electrical signal. After it will be receiving a message into the brain. Okay, and then central nervous system will dictate to these different vital organs. Okay, to distribute the different substances, blah blah blah, so and so. Ganon. After that, this brain will push this chemical messenger, and then it will lead us to think, to write, to encode, to research, to flag like this. Everything what we do in the planet Earth is really driven by chemical and electrical processes in our body through chemical messenger hormones. Okay, that's the point. That's why most of these are hormonal. Lacks of this, lack of this, lack of this, lack of this, more of this, more of this, more of this, more of this. Diabetes, more of sugar, like that, blah blah blah. Okay, more of blood glucose, less of insulin hormone. Okay, if you have diabetes, so hormonal pa rin because you have less insulin hormone in your system. That's why you have to put more insulin to cover up your sugar to decrease the level of your blood glucose. So it's related to hormonal disease. Meaning to say, you have less insulin hormone. Okay? That's why you put more insulin hormone to reduce your blood glucose level in your bloodstream. See? So this hormonal talaga siya, guys, ang last stage. That's why we need to understand also the functions of the hormones because this will lead us to diseases. You get the point? Ganon. First ako guys, nag-cough ko 3 days ago because there's weather changes. I don't rely on medicines. I don't take medicines. I don't take tablets. The only thing I do at the 3 days is maintaining the right selection of the food, and I do also herbal medicine. Okay, the fruits I mix the lemon, the ginger, and the honey. HONUS. Explain you, honey is anti-inflammatory substance. It can kill the bacteria. Okay, I already explained to you that because of hydrogen peroxide. When you react the fructose, okay, for example, okay, we react the glucose and the oxygen through the enzyme glucose oxidase, it will produce gluconic acid and hydrogen peroxide. This hydrogen peroxide naturally will kill the cell wall of the bacteria, viruses, so it will reduce your diseases. Because these are the cause of your diseases, the flu, like that, and everything. Causes by bacteria, viruses. So imagine hydrogen peroxide will kill by putting honey. And so you will put honey and also lemon. Lemon is vitamin C. Okay, as I told you, very acidic, 2.2 pH, the bacteria also will kill. And also ginger, luya, is very, very antiviral, vegetable, ginger. Okay, then you mix that one, boil that, hot, then drink that. So, mura na akong ibuhat. Okay? Drink that in 3 days and water therapy and kalas, I was healed. Okay? Without relying with medicines. Without going to the doctor. Because these things and diseases are normal. Normal, not really that big issue. You can solve that by your own attack. Okay? By having the knowledge. You get the point? Ganon. So it's very good to teach that to our children also. Children, Because by the time they grow up, we parents are not all the time beside them. Okay? So that's why we need them to be independent, not only for their security financially, but also for their health. Because the point we teach them how to, heal the wound, like this, little bit of first aid, what to do, like this. O kung ato kamunggay, kung ano kaya, kamunggay, kung ano ba na siya, dali kay mahil mong wound. May ano nga things ba, no? So we need to teach our children. Parental guidance. Dili kaya na mga uyab-uyab, radyo kung ano. Okay? Uyab-uyab. Party-party. Yan naman. Para maka-greenhouse. Di na nga anak ito tuloy. Mutulo sa ito mga pang-health, Jude. Okay? Okay. Bugat man ang world. Bugat man ang atong purpose if we try to consider the health. Kaya sabi, gusto mamatay ng kalibutan na. Usay lang yung kwarta sa itong trabaho niya. Dagan kang sakit. O diba? You should protect your health. Obviously, common sense. You get the point? So that's why you need to read about health information because that is your life. Okay, you get the point? There's only one life that God gave to us and we need to nurture and care and preserve our life. You get the point? Nakakaloka. So if God wants us to die early, then that is a decision. But we don't need to depend on that. Okay, you get the point? We do not depend on that kind of, mindset. You get the point? Things like that. Wala siya mga chemicals for life. Any question, mga palangga kumitan. Ganon. I think wala na siya. Wala na siya, guys. Tanan, mabalik-balik ko na siya. Tanan, wala na siya. Dito mabuhi. Okay? Inom na po kong tubig. Uhaw ko, ano naman ang life, guys? Uy, mainom kang kwarta. Mabuhi din kaya. Matukan ka. Inom mo ang coin. Ang bill. Hindi mo na mainom. Diba? Water, Jude. Okay, Engr. Huwag ko. Unita ka pa ito. Tayo kwarta. Hindi gamit mong brain cells para makakwarta ka. So, nag-eskwela dito ka para makakwarta ka. Charot. Diba? Ganon! Kaya kaning knowledge, makakwarta ka sa knowledge. Okay? Because we don't have also, if we don't have education, right? Nakakuha mo. So, mo-follow na yung ang kwarta. Kung yun na yung problema ang kwarta. Okay? Mo-follow na yung kung nakita yung mga discarte sa panginabuhi. Ang education, makakwarta mang ganit ka pang kuhan, di ba? Ang ano mga style, no? So, discarte na dyan yung kailangan, discarte. Discarte, whether na ay grado o wala mabuhi, ka. Okay, now the question is, kung saan mo yung pagbuhi kung hindi mo i-care ang iyong health? So, wala, kaya mo lagyan kung yung discarte. Sige, panabaho na, from morning to gabi, OT, like that. How about your health? Kaya pa ba? Kaya pa, te? Ganon! So, mura dyan gusto niya ha. May pag sakto lang, di ka mo palagi pa ng kamot, okay pa yung health. Di ka mo suffer. Ganon. Diba? So ang ituloy na itong discarte para mabuhi ta or mas iba lang atong pangminutang status of life ka ng mga investment, business. Kung sa siya, kung atong health, bardado, hindi na ito, di ako na-enjoy ang mga health. Mga business, mga profit, and anything. Sige na tag-lingkod sa chair. Diba? Hindi ka kanakaw, tiguang nakaayo. So dapat, nakita yung proper health, ganon. Good health. Na mag-emphasize pa sa ato, health insurance. Okay. Health insurance coverage. I'm not speaking of PhilHealth because PhilHealth is not forever. Okay, go to your personal health insurance. Okay, monthly. For example, Action Health Insurance, like that, by yourself. Kaning pag-ibig, government man na, not forever. Charot. Okay. Kung mahulog na yung coverage, wala na kayo premium na kung dito, gideposit. Hindi lang sa kung ano na yun, hindi nun. Kakayo, pundo ay mong pilit bayad. O diba? Nakaluok. Ano na lang diba sa kanamang health insurance coverage na inyong gibayaran buwan-buwan, saan ka nalabaho pa ka? Ano na siya? Diba nakakalok ka mga palanganitan? Okay. Mga na siya ang ating itawag o nag-discuss yung kuwan doon. Financial security. Okay. Financial security. Okay. And this one actually this is number 2. Number 1 is health security. Okay. Okay, mo na siya. Okay? You get the point? Ana rin yun siya. Financial security and health security and for your personal protection. This is all for your personal protection, ha? Personal protection. Ganon. Both your health and your finances. Right? Good. Health and finances. Okay? Ganon. So, kaya akong vlog, hindi ko nakafocus sa health. Okay? Wa sa financial. You get the point? Ganon. So, you can go also for other vlogs about financial. That will be better. Okay? There's a lot also in the YouTube. Okay? For example, Chenki, like that. Chenki vlog. Okay? And then for the health also, we have the Dr. So, Dr. Winnie Ong also. Okay? For the health. And there's a lot, guys. Okay, example lang na siya. Go there. Okay, and also sa mga vlogs sa mga SSS, mga pag-ibig, na kung ano na siya sa financial security, ha? Ganan. Financial security. Okay. So, like this. For example, me. I don't disclose the exact, ha? So, me, when I reach 60, I can get that 10,000 pesos per month. As my sa SSS. Okay? Premium, when I grow old. Okay? Because my contributions, nilapas dito siya sa kuan. Sa contribution na di-require. Okay? You get the point. Yeah, kuan naman ako contributions, 6 digits. Okay? I-ato mo, click mo dito, may kung alam niyo pila yung ma-receive na monthly pension. Okay? So, in my part, 10,000 pesos. Like that. Because I go with the maximum 3,250 for OFW. Okay? 3,250. I also added 3,000 for my other savings. There. Okay, Flexi Fund. Okay, so I contribute 6,250 pesos per month in SSS alone. Okay, like that. You get the point? So, ganun siya. So, that's why, pwede na ako di marabaho, di ba? Okay, but pwede na ako 10,000 ba? Ito, gamay sa ganit 10,000. At least na ako yung magamit-gamit, ikatiguang na ako, di ba? You get the point? Ano siya? Okay? Sumuna siya. Na if you add more pa, ito kapag ibig. Naman sa ito yung pag-ibig, MP2 savings. Natag-as ka siyang interest, compounded interest, gano'n, nakatalo ka. Okay? So, gano'n. Like that. Okay? For example, me in my first year, ang interest na yun, nalagay ko ang 12,000 pesos. Okay? Like that. Okay? For example lang yan, sa kusan ako ka savings, nakakay 12,000, napatid yung mga lalahin. Upat man kabuka kong savings sa pag-ibig. Na ako'y, for example, na ako'y for trips and travel, na ako'y mga emergency, na ako'y pang health, may anak guys ba? Na ako'y mga pang house modification, and education advancement budget. So every month I pay that in different compartment na may pag-ibig. It will grow every year like that. So in my akong emergency mo na siya akong isgutan. Na siya 12,000 interest na yun in 1 year. So ako kasabuo sa akong trips and travel, magagaran. Okay. Education na house modification advancement, gano'n. Okay, ako hindi pang compartment talaga. So diverse. This is called diverse savings. Okay, because you have so many outlets in your savings, not only one. Because if only one, if this will go bankruptcy or something happen, then you can not retrieve your money. Though it can be returned, but not all. So at least so many. So that if something happen to the others, you can still get to other like that. Okay? You get the point? Ana-ana siya guys. Muna siya yung mga kuhan guys ha. Ako nang related sa chemicals for life. Okay? Charot! Mga kalog. O di ba makalingon yun akong gibuhat, no? O di ba? Ganon. Nakakaliw ka. Okay, sa mga young OFW, duha dyan yung ibuhaton na savings ha. Pag-ibig and SSS. Okay? Okay, yun pa mga pag-ibig guys. Ano yung mga housing, project, ganon. Okay? You get the point? Ganon siya. Kung ako ka-discover, ano yung itong ano eh, nagka-discover lang sa iyo, late mo ko naka-discover for good, tsaka muna na tanong na late. Okay? So dapat ang itong mga 2010, nagsugod na kaani, 2010. Sa mga karon, o 2022 na nakay pila man, nakay 12 years ang top 2. Nakakaluka, we. O di ba? Nagsugod, duduwi kayong sugod. 20, ano nang sugod? 2018? Yes. Okay. Sa kanil mga savings sa mga na SSS, ibaw na ko, nasugod ko 2,000 SSS. Magkani mga panggas, may savings sa pag-ibig, mga ganon. Late ko nakabaw, nakakaloka. O diba? Ganon. So, any questions so far for this chemicals for life? Okay. Wala naman yung mga question ko lang. Di pa ko katugon, guys. Okay. Nakakaloka. Di pa ko katugon yung mukha ko sa akong kabush. Kabush yun. Sorry. Nakakaloka. O, diba? Uy, mga ungan yung upuan. Sambag. So, saan nalagay? Nalagay ko Granada. Tignan mo Granada. The English of Granada is pomegranate. Right? Ako siya nag-research. Pomegranate. Granada. Diba? Kaya sustansyado ko kaya ng Granada, guys. In fairness, nakakaloka. Thank you so much for watching. Mapahuay ko kasi kape kong yaw-yaw. God bless everybody. You can click the notification bell for some newest updates of my signature voice. Bye-bye. God bless. See you later. Ganon. Kape kong yaw-yaw eh. Ganon.